What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97 and welcome to episode number 68 of my WWE 2K15 Universe Mode. I was about to say GM mode. Wouldn't it be the first time I've done that? But, as you can see, we've got something new to bring to the series. As we can see, following Over the Limit, Cesaro successfully defending his United States Championship. He's got an open challenge. Cesaro's United States Open Challenge begins tonight. So we see Rusev defeated Booker T. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose pick up the win over Fandango and Adam Rose. Damian Sandow, with Curtis Axel in his corner, gets the victory over Alberto Del Rio. Ryback will go one-on-one with the former world champion Christian. And in the main event, this is going to be a sight to see. Daniel Bryan one-on-one with the current world heavyweight champion, the show-off Dolph Ziggler. I gotta say, I thought the match between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler a few weeks ago stole the show. But this one we have coming up tonight could perhaps top that matchup. But we'll have to wait and see when the time comes. But for now, we have Cesaro's United States Championship Open Challenge. And the first competitor who will be challenging Cesaro for that title is none other than the Big Red Machine, Kane. That is right, the Devil's favorite demon has stepped up to the plate tonight. He's going to take on the Swiss Superman. Perhaps we could see a new United States champion. Heck, Cesaro, if he's looking to try to make this U.S. Championship Open Challenge a continuous thing, well, he's going to have to get through Kane here tonight. I don't know exactly what Cesaro's plans are, if this is just kind of a one-night deal, just so he can kind of prove his worth, just basically say, hey, I'm willing to fight anybody. Or maybe he'll try to do it on a weekly basis to be more, just keep making those emphatic statements, just say, hey, I can take on everybody in this division, and I can beat them all, anytime, any place. So Cesaro, he's definitely trying, he's making a good attempt here tonight if he's trying to, not only make the United States Championship more of a credible belt, make himself more of a fighting champion, but he boosts his own record as well. Cesaro, it took him a while to capture that United States Championship. He started, you can go back to when he faced The Miz at SummerSlam in a #1 Contenders match, which he lost. And to think, he's just come so far in that amount of time. It's been almost a year. It's about 10 months for Cesaro since that matchup occurred. But, Cesaro, he's just come a long way. It may have taken him a while, but, boy did it pay off when he finally captured the United States Championship at WrestleMania. But he could possibly be throwing that all away because, hey, the threat of losing in a matchup like this is very real. Cesaro, I'm sure he's weighed his options before issuing this open challenge. German suplex to Kane. So Cesaro, just the guts that he's willing to put his title on the line in a matchup like this. Look at the strength now of Cesaro. Oh, what a suplex there. Almost a gut-wrench suplex by Cesaro. It wasn't quite a gut-wrench. I don't know exactly what to call that. But whatever it was, it's effective by Cesaro. Just utilizing the power, the core strength that he possesses. And he's gone up against a demon tonight, the Big Red Machine. Kane may have him beat in terms of size, but Cesaro, in flat-out power, I'd have to say Cesaro has the advantage. And Kane, as we can see, is still sporting that retro gear that we saw him use back on the Saturday night's main event special. So, bit of a new look to Kane, almost like a throwback look, I guess would be a proper term for it. But Kane, just ditching the current look he's been going with and deciding to go old school, perhaps try to channel some of his previous demons, try to bring some of that back to the surface, to bring out some more aggressiveness that perhaps lays dormant inside him. Nice back suplex there from Cesaro, and now a double foot stomp right to the gut of Kane. As Cesaro, like I said, this is a very gutsy move for him here tonight to issue this open challenge. Not only is it, you have the possibility of losing your title, but you can't even prepare for your opponent. It's not like Over the Limit where Cesaro knew ahead of time that he was going to be facing Del Rio and Curtis Axel. In a situation like this, where you're issuing an open challenge to anybody on the roster, you don't know who you're going to face. You could get Kane, as we see here tonight. You could get The Miz, Del Rio. You could get the World Heavyweight Champion Dolph Ziggler. I mean, you don't know who you're going to get. You're issuing it. It's an open challenge. Anybody can answer it. You might even see the debut of a new superstar, return of a legend, perhaps. I mean, you never know who's all back in that locker room on a particular night. Heck, you might even see a cameraman or a security guy just come out here and challenge him for the title. I mean, Cesaro, you don't know. You can't possibly prepare to face an opponent because you don't know who you're going to face. And that certainly is going to be a bit of a tricky task. An interesting dynamic from this open challenge, as Cesaro now, forearm shot right to the jaw of Kane, but Kane counters the suplex attempt by Cesaro and delivers a suplex of his own. As you can see now, Kane, he's got Cesaro looking for the sidewalk slam as he drives Cesaro into the mat. Now goes into the cover, forearm across the face, could have him, but no, Cesaro kicks out just before a 3 count. That was a close call. I mean, Cesaro was just a split second away from losing his United States Championship, as Kane with a beautiful drop kick right there out of the scoop slam. As Kane picks Cesaro up now. Kane in firm control, but of course, curse of the commentator, Cesaro counters. Look at this, driving Kane shoulder first into the steel ring post. And Cesaro now driving the knee right into Kane's face, right into that mask. And Cesaro, he's clearly not showing any signs of intimidation here tonight in the face of Kane. Let's look at Cesaro. He's got him up here for a gut-wrench suplex. Everybody loves a good gut-wrench. Cesaro now goes for the cover. 1, 2. Could have him, no. Just barely a kick out there by Kane. Almost a 3 count. As now it is Kane who is on the receiving end of a beatdown at the hands of Cesaro. Cesaro now going after the arm with a nice elbow there. Kane blocks a strike, delivers one of his own. Now it's Cesaro who counters. Nice kick to the gut of Kane. As now he tosses Kane away. Kane bounces off the ropes. Look at Cesaro. Michinoku driver. That could put him away. Hooks the leg. 2 count. That is it, folks. Cesaro with a Michinoku driver finishes off Kane. So Cesaro, I mean, it's a great first impression here tonight. Almost reintroducing himself here to the Raw roster. I mean, he had the guts to issue this open challenge tonight. And, you know, he was also dealing with some fatigue following Over the Limit. I mean, his title defense just last night. So it was a very, very good move to make here for Cesaro. I mean, it worked out in the end. He was able to retain the title. And he made that statement to the rest of the Raw locker room that, hey, I'm a fighting champion. I'll take on anybody, anytime, any place. Or at least on Cesaro's terms. He's making these fights on his terms, so let's see, Cesaro. Will this success continue? How much longer will Cesaro be planning to... Are we going to see another open challenge next week? Well, we'll just have to wait and see as we move on now to the second matchup of 3 here tonight on the show. As we see coming down to the ring, it is the big guy, the human wrecking ball, Ryback. Yes, Ryback. Since being drafted over here to Raw from SmackDown, he's been looking pretty good. Hasn't competed a whole lot. He's just kind of missed out on being on the shows. But when he has competed, he has made his presence felt. He has been winning his matches when he's given his matches. He takes good advantage of the time he is given. But can he... You know, it's almost a bit of a flashback here tonight for Ryback. Can he defeat an old rival? The man that Ryback defeated for the Intercontinental Championship back at SummerSlam. Christian tonight preparing to face Ryback one-on-one as Captain Charisma about to make his way down to the ring. And whoa, what the heck? Rusev, what is Rusev doing here? Look at Ryback's super kick from Rusev. What in the hell is Rusev doing here? Well, he's attacking Ryback, but why? Why is Rusev attacking Ryback? What animosity does Rusev have with Ryback here? Because now look at this, off the super kick. Oh, look out, Ryback. This is not looking good as Rusev, a powerful slam. Ryback sent crashing into the mat there. And Rusev, he's getting out of here. I mean, why is he attacking Ryback? I mean, what did Ryback do to deserve this attack? You know, this just leaves a number of questions, and now, well, now look at this, Christian. Now he's gonna come down to the ring. Now that Rusev has done the dirty work for him, Christian, he's just looking to pick up the scraps here tonight. Are we even gonna have a match? Is this still gonna be a thing? Well, it appears as that's gonna be the case. Ryback, I guess as long as he can make it back to his feet, we can have this matchup. And Christian, well, you can see he's really eager to get this matchup underway now. I mean, Christian, he hasn't had the best history with Ryback. Perhaps he's looking to settle the score tonight. Ryback, I mean, you can see he's taking a lot of punishment, but he told the referee he wants to continue with this matchup. Oh, but that may be a poor decision as Christian flips the switch, hits the kill switch on Ryback, and now, oh, look at this. Christian, he's not done. He knows it takes a lot to put down Ryback, so he's going to go to the corner and hit the spear. Shades of his best friend, Edge. Christian hooks the leg. Good night, Ryback. And that wasn't even a fair fight. I mean, Ryback, he may have taken the match. He may have accepted it despite the beatdown from Rusev, but, I mean, how wise of a decision was that from Ryback? I mean, you're talking about Rusev, a Bulgarian brute, a super athlete. I mean, have you seen the way this guy trains? He kicks metal bars. I mean, Rusev, the training these Russians go through is just unbelievable. And I botched that because Rusev's Bulgarian, not Russian. Yeah, good job, me. But anyway, as I was saying, you know, Rusev, he's a tough Bulgarian. And the type of training he puts himself through. Getting hit with a kick like a super kick from Rusev is like getting hit in the head with a brick. I mean, Ryback, how he's even still how he was conscious enough to make the decision to continue with the match. Wow, I mean, I guess you gotta pay some respect to Ryback for that, but come on, that was a dumb decision from Ryback. But then again, he had just gotten his brains scrambled by a super kick. So, I mean, how much can you really blame the guy? But anyway, we're going to move on to the main event. We saw Christian compete earlier on, and we know, well, he was defeated at Over the Limit by this man. Still your World Heavyweight Champion, Dolph Ziggler. And here tonight, he's looking to continue being a fighting champion, just like we saw Cesaro earlier on tonight. This is a non-title matchup, of course, but Dolph Ziggler nonetheless willing to face any and all challengers who step up to the plate, step up to face him for that title belt. And Dolph Ziggler, we saw at Over the Limit that he was able to pick up the victory over Rusev, or why am I saying Rusev? Over Christian in Christian's rematch. So Christian now, that was, I mean, you saw how many matches these two men have had, I mean, between Ziggler and Christian in the past month, let alone, you know, their matches that have taken place prior to their title match at Extreme Rules. But I mean, Ziggler, he had just beaten Christian each and every matchup. Every time they faced off, Ziggler was victorious. And now, you know, he's finally put Christian to bed. I mean, after all those losses, Christian, there's no way he can expect to get a championship. Wait a minute, roll up here by Ziggler. Well, we saw that was how Ziggler beat Christian a few weeks ago, but now it's Bryan with a roll up. Oh, but look at Ziggler as he counters now out of the bridge into a backslide. Not even a 1 count, though. Bryan kicks out. Well, what an exchange that was between these two men. As both of these men are technical, their technical prowess in that ring is almost unrivaled in the rest of the WWE. I mean, you look at somebody like Dolph Ziggler, a former amateur wrestler. And then we've got Daniel Bryan, who, of course, made his name known on the independent scene, working with companies around the world, Ring of Honor, I mean, Daniel Bryan, he was all over the place, even though I only just named one company. But, I mean, Daniel Bryan, his story is well known. He's been in the wrestling industry since the early 2000s. He may be somewhat newer to the WWE than guys like John Cena or Randy Orton, but Daniel Bryan, he's more of a veteran than those two are in the ring. So Daniel Bryan, he's had a lot of time, many years to study his craft, to build up his technical skill. And when you put two just masters of the ring in a matchup like this, you're bound to get an epic result. We saw that when Paige and Natalya faced off on SmackDown a couple weeks ago. We saw that when Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins faced off over a month ago. And now we could perhaps see that yet again. Lightning could strike here tonight. These two men looking to try to capture lightning in a bottle and steal the show. Hat suplex right there from Daniel Bryan as he takes down Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, as I was saying earlier with the matches between Christian and Ziggler, Christian, he lost to Ziggler so many times, even if they were non-title matches. I mean, how can you expect to lose to the champion, what was it, like 5 times these two faced off? And, you know, just since Extreme Rules. How can you expect to lose to the champion on numerous occasions and still come back to get multiple title shots? I mean, he had his rematch clause. He was lucky enough that he was given that opportunity. It was contractually... the WWE was contractually obligated to give Christian that title shot. But, I mean, now that that's out of the way, I think it's very doubtful that Christian is going to get a world title shot. Well, hold on here. So you can see cover by Ziggler, off the DDT, kick out by Bryan. But it's very doubtful that Christian is going to be receiving a World Heavyweight Championship title shot, as long as Dolph Ziggler is champion at least. You know, once Ziggler loses the title, it's almost reset. He has every contender has a clean slate again. But that's going to be a while by the looks of this. Is Ziggler... Well, now Daniel Bryan taking the fight to Ziggler with these rapid kicks to the chest of Dolph Ziggler. Oh, one more to the skull. And we've seen Bryan win many a match with that kick. He may not even need his finisher. No, but Dolph Ziggler just barely kicks out. But you see, that was like a 2.5 count. Ziggler just barely able to keep himself in this matchup. And that just shows the force, the power behind those kicks of Daniel Bryan. And that's, of course, without even taking into account his submission specialism, if that's even a word. We'll make it a word. Daniel Bryan, his aerial assaults. Daniel Bryan can come at you from many different angles with many different types of offense. He's a very tough opponent to try to plan for in that ring. I guess the one thing you can hope to do if you're somebody like the Big Show is just try to outpower the guy. But, other than that, you still got to watch out for this man's incredible speed. Oh, look at this. Daniel Bryan, speaking of speed, he's looking to run full force at Dolph Ziggler. Look, I can't even speak. That's how... I don't even know what I'm saying. But Daniel Bryan went for the running knee. Ziggler, though, he had studied up on Daniel Bryan. He had it well scouted. Bryan now with a beautiful, beautiful kick to the skull of Dolph Ziggler. And Ziggler, he's going to be seeing stars after that one. Ziggler, he may have had that well scouted, but can he scout this? As Daniel Bryan firing up the comeback as he dives off the top rope. Ducks under a clothesline. Look out, Ziggler. Flying elbow from Daniel Bryan. And Dolph Ziggler, he's on the ropes. Daniel Bryan could be going in for the kill. And once again, back to these kicks to the chest of Ziggler. And he's going to follow it up with that kick to the head. That'll knock you out cold. Daniel Bryan connects for the second time with that roundhouse kick. Goes for the cover. 2 count. Well, good night, Dolph Ziggler. Daniel Bryan scores the win. A huge win over the World Heavyweight Champion. We do know that Daniel Bryan wants a match with CM Punk, perhaps looking towards Money in the Bank. Perhaps if Punk were to retain the title, perhaps, I say him perhaps a lot, but Daniel Bryan, that may be his opportunity to face Punk in a one-on-one matchup, but he might not even need to face CM Punk for the WWE title. Daniel Bryan, he could be on the road to perhaps becoming the next World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, he just beat the champ. Not too many superstars have done that since Ziggler has won the title. I mean, just ask Christian. Dolph Ziggler is... Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Speaking of superstars who were defeated by Ziggler, the Rated R superstar Edge is coming down to the ring. What is Edge here? What is he out to do here tonight? Perhaps coming down to congratulate Bryan? I don't think that's the case. Edge, it looks like he's ready for a fight. What is Edge thinking here? I mean, he's coming down to the ring. Oh, look at this! Attacking Bryan! Execution! The Impaler DDT from Edge. And what is Edge done? What is he trying to do here? He's clearly making a statement at the expense of Daniel Bryan with a spear by Edge. As he just speared Daniel Bryan out of his boots. I mean, this isn't even fair by Edge. Bryan just had a grueling match. And now Edge, he just had the audacity to come down to the ring and attack Bryan. And, oh no, Edge, come on, Dolph Ziggler. He just got knocked unconscious by Daniel Bryan. He can't even defend himself. Edge, this is uncalled for. Somebody's got to stop this. Edge, I mean, he just took out Bryan. And, I mean, that's one thing. Bryan, he could defend himself. But this is over the top. Edge, oh no. Oh no, referee, somebody stop this. Edge with a big boot to the skull of Dolph Ziggler. I mean, Edge is proud of himself. Come on, Edge. That was absolutely despicable. Ziggler, he needs serious medical attention after that big boot. Edge, this is completely out of character for the Rated R superstar. I mean, just what reasons did Edge even have to attack these two men tonight? I mean, I get that he wants to make a statement, but really?